get this asked a lot to me, and that is to review a website. I'm going to use this as the example today, and I'm not going to review the aesthetics as much as I'm going to review why they are hemorrhaging rankings. So I'm going to give you a quick tips and tricks. So here's the site, mycakesandpastries.com. It's a bakery in Alabama, and here's how I do a quick evaluation, and here's how you can do it as well. So a tool that I use that's on the open market is called SEO Quake. It's an extension that can be downloaded to most browsers. In this case, this is the what it looks like. The first thing I do is I'll click on this, and it's going to open up this drop down, and it's going to say to me some things that I know that I'm going to be looking for immediately. And first and foremost, I'm going to look at the page size. And I know now that the site's 40 pages strong. And sometimes that could be an issue because people will say, well, I'm supposed to have more than that. I know I've got hundreds of pages. I've created a lot of content. Well, then there's another issue at hand because out of those 100 pages, this is the only, they're only being indexed at 40. So this can be an issue. It's good to know how many pages you're being indexed on Google, Bing, etc. So there's a big issue and a difference here, right? So if Google's picking up 40 and Bing's picking up 20, we've got to find the discrepancy here. There could be a huge other riddle of why, but we're just going to keep this tutorial at the sake of we know that there's 40 and 20. So there's an issue here. Then there's a tool called SEMrush that comes already packed into the SEO Quake, but when you click on that, it's going to give us kind of a snapshot of rankings. And I could tell here quickly that within 6 months we do see a slow deterioration of rankings and they're on their way down. It's normal to see a little bit of an up and down in Google, but it's not normal to see, well, it's not good. It is normal to see, but it's not good to see this, reverse hockey stick of rankings. Hence, I'm using them as the example. We can get into the nuances of what those keywords were, where they were at one point, where they are now, but most importantly, they are hemorrhaging rankings, and we've got to get that fixed. So going back to this analysis, another thing that I'll do is I'll find how old the site is by clicking this Who Is. Now that's once again a separate tool built into the SEO Quake, but this Who Is will give me an idea that the domain was created on 2018. So most likely the business was and the site was created near around that time. It's not always the case. Sometimes people buy domains way in advance. But if the site has this amount of age and only 40 pages and is not ranking well, something's going on. So these are just some quick tips. Another thing that we also do is start to find out how long the domain's been purchased for. Most SEO guys know in the market that the longer you buy your domain and pro purchase it, meaning like it doesn't expire for 10 years, 5 years, is going to be better than a year to year. I don't know why Google likes it, but I think it just establishes authority. So that's something that I would have addressed to the consumer that, hey, listen, we need to probably buy your domain, extend it longer. And then it can turn into a whole nother shit show of why we're seeing these rankings deplenish, which then goes into conversion rate optimization by looking at the site. Because if people are coming here and they're not seeing what it is they're looking for, or there isn't good call to actions, and they have a high bounce rate, which means that people are coming and leaving quickly, that goes into Google's algorithm and overall calculation of where your site's going to rank. Because if it's not useful and relevant to the visitor, then Google doesn't want it on their search engine, especially first page. Either way, this was a quick web shit talk. Hope this was helpful, and if you need help, you know who to holla at. Okay, bye.